Hey guys, it is me, Chasey Poo, and today I have a new setup where I am interviewing someone, and it's weird and the cameras are everywhere and I literally feel like I'm Ellen right now. I'm stepping up into the world. Anyways, today I am joined by Amy Fox.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing good.
Great. We are going to be talking a little bit about trans representation in the media, especially we're going to talk about the Switch, and I actually did make a video about this 3 years ago. So I decided to look at the trailer and oh man, I'm impressed also. Like, come on, how can this happen all of these years without any trans representation? So,
yeah, we made a TV show with a lot of trans people in it.
That's the thing that I like the most. I like the plot though. Is that a lot of the characters are actually trans and played by trans people.
Trans and or non-binaries, or like our whole spectrum of
I love it.
Gender rebels.
I had access to watch all of season 1, and I want you maybe to talk a bit about what the show's about, what season 1's about.
Sue is an American IT worker who comes to Canada so she can come out as trans and start her life over, and then 24 hours is suddenly unemployed and sleeping on her ex's couch. Her ex being an adorable eco-terrorist played by myself. Chris is up to something extremely, extremely illegal. And over the course of the first season, Sue finds community and people come together to deal with the first stage of transition, which is finding your basic survivables. You need a job, you need a house, you need friends.
Yeah, no, and it was really interesting because it's not just about that. And that's, like, when you read books about transition, it's kind of always about the same narrative of transition, and there's nothing...
Medical.
Yeah, and what I really liked about this is that it showcased some aspects of transition, like going to a doctor to get assessed for surgery, which actually, literally my favorite scene.
Oh, thanks!
It's like my favorite scene ever when the doctor asks the most random questions ever, so they can get assessed, they can get approval for surgery.
What sort of dolls did you play with as a child?
Oh, army dolls. You know, those little green army dolls with the, guns.
Was it your father's death that made you stop feeling like a man?
My father's still alive.
Like, it's so funny because you gotta make fun of it.
Questions in the show, while ridiculous, are just an alternative form of ridiculous to what assessment is often like in the real world.
Yeah. So I really liked that it was a serious part of transition, but made funny and made like, but that also the show has so many other things that are really not trans-related, like your character. And what the character does is like, what am I watching? It's like, this is so random, but like, it's fantastic. So season 1 has 6 episodes, and I watched them all last week. And after I finished them, I went to bed. And I woke up the next morning about to go watch, and I was like, oh, because there's only 6 episodes. I was like dying for more, and it just makes me so sad, and I'm really praying for a season 2. Which is why I'm making this video, honestly. This video is not sponsored, by the way, just letting you know. I from the goodness of my heart, because I absolutely just love this series, I want it to grow. What's the main goal right now for the Switch?
Our main goal right now for the Switch is for people to get 100,000 copies of Season 1. We are tracking this live in our videos. If we can get 100,000, we can have a Season 2. The Switch is on Vimeo and Reverie right now, and it's coming to Amazon, iTunes, and Google Play. Okay,
so this is what the video thing looks like, but the reason why I'm showing you is because the main character is a person of color. Now, I really want to know, when this was written and the concept was out, was the main character always supposed to be a person of color?
While we were looking for Sue, at first we were just looking for a person of color, and then we didn't have a lot of submissions, and then we kind of opened it up to everybody, and we got this flood of submissions, but as it turns out, of the top 4 contenders for the show, 3 of them were people of color, and one of them was Nyla Rose, aka Nyla the Destroyer, professional wrestler and actress.
I have a boyfriend. Oh my god, I have a boyfriend.
Anyways, so thank you so much for joining me. I'm really glad I was able to interview you and talk a little bit about representation, because it's super important, and that's why I really like this show, because it's so hard to find trans representation in any type of film or movie, and when you do find trans representation, it's like one little character somewhere. This show, it's like, bam,
Yep.
we gave you that representation.
Yeah.
And that's why I absolutely love it. So I will link everything that I talked about in the description. And again, really, for season 2 to happen, they need a certain amount of season 1 to be sold. So at least take a look at it, look at the trailer, and if you like it, then that's great. And also let me know what you think in the description, and if you've actually seen it too, we can talk about it, because then it's fun. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.